Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, pro wrestling fans? I'm here to let you know about a show that just happened tonight, live October 19th, 2013, in Bourbon, Indiana. A huge show. This is Pro Wrestling King's SPOOKTAKULOUS. This is a great, fun night of family-friendly pro wrestling action. I'm going to give you all the happenings of the night and give you a little brief rundown. Our opening contest was the Twisted Maniac taking on Fighting Irish. Now, these guys are two up-and-coming superstars in the PWK. Fighting Irish has been around a little bit longer. It was really a quick matchup, a feat of strength. He got that flying shoulder tackle, and Fighting Irish was able to get the win. The Twisted Maniac grabbed the microphone and he called out anybody else in the PWK locker room who wanted to wrestle for the night. And in her debut for Pro Wrestling King, we had Coach Doyle. I know what you're saying, who's Coach Doyle? Well, she is a mean, tough lady. She put it all out there for sure. She didn't want anybody to think that she'd be taken lightly because she was of the fairer gender, and she annihilated Twisted Maniac. Unfortunately, he lost 2 matches back to back. Very quick matchup. Then we had your number one contender for the Pro Wrestling King Heavyweight Championship, Hardcore Harry. He came out along with his former tag team partner, the son of a living legend, Ox Baker Jr. He basically called out Lance Storie. He said, I want that title shot, and I want it tonight in the main event. It was announced that it would be a casket match. There was a casket match and a hearse. To win the match, you had to put your opponent in the casket, seal it shut, and put it in the hearse. So very, interesting. Next up, we had a triple threat match. We had Denzel Bishop. He is known as the pure athlete for a reason. We had the nerd Alex Rase and the one-man wonderland Noah Walker. Very cool, interesting dynamic of a match. Noah Walker and Denzel Bishop spent the majority of the match tag teaming and beating the holy heck out of the nerd. Nerd tried his best. He really did. He's become a quick fan favorite, and I haven't seen Alex his arsenal improve so vastly, so quickly. The same can be said for Denzel Bishop and Noah Walker. These guys continue to rise through the ranks of PWK. I wrote down some specific matches that specific points in the match that I really appreciated. The end of the match, Alex had set up for this epic power bomb that would have Noah on his shoulders and Denzel would flip over while he was on top of the ropes. Noah actually capitalized on the pin, and he got that win. Noah and Denzel and Alex are 3 top contenders for that, title maybe. For sure, it was a heck of a match. Then we had Ox Baker Jr., the son of a living legend, taking on the British brawler, the Michiana Mauler, Preston Churchill, in a singles match. Ox Baker Jr. Had this. It was a back-and-forth match for sure. This isn't the first match they've ever had before, and probably won't be the last. These guys are getting to know each other's, move sets, and they're trying to counter it. Ox actually used this modified neck breaker, followed up with 2 hurt punches, and he was able to get the win on Preston, who gave a valiant effort, if I might say so. Then we had another triple threat match. And what could be the most hotly contested match of the night, it was the serial killer Jack Thriller taking on Jack Verville and Sean Tyler. both Jacks hate Indiana. Sean Tyler, born and raised in Indiana, he's definitely the fan favorite in this match. Very cool, interesting dynamic. The two Jacks, man, they definitely tag teamed Sean a little bit, but they definitely have had their moments. If you remember, these guys have been a tag team several times before, but each time Jack Thriller has blamed Jack Verville for the losses. So there's some serious animosity that's been boiling and boiling and boiling, and it basically came to a head tonight. Some of the there was this neck breaker from the middle of the ropes, and Jack Verville actually had this pedigree from the middle of the ropes. It was really cool. I hadn't seen that before. Verville did it on Thriller towards the end of the match. Not before Sean Tyler actually did a double. You know that classic, that one where the fans count up to 10, the punches when the opponent's in the rope. Well, Sean did it to both Jacks. A pair of Jacks right there got the beat down of a lifetime in that corner. Not before there was this flying crossbody after Jack did the pedigree through the middle of the rope. So it was a really cool match. A lot of back and forth action. The fans, man, they definitely were not appreciative of the Jacks' antics in this match. They went all out to make the fans hate them. They don't care, man. They put on a show for sure. Then we went into another singles match. We had Ryan Epic taking on Big Russ Jones. To start off the match, Ryan Epic did this opening dive. It was crazy. Fans were not expecting it. I was not expecting it. It was very intense. Another cool plot point was, not so cool for Ryan Epic because Ryan got whipped into the turnbuckle. He fell down, and then Russ did this crazy kick to the head, knocking Ryan seemingly unconscious for a moment. It was intense as heck. Then there was an epic bear hug where Big Russ Jones treated Ryan Epic like a rag doll. He just back and forth, and tossed him down. Ryan Epic's got an arsenal. Yeah, as big as Russ is, this is David and Goliath for sure. Ryan Epic had this crazy swinging DDT that he's working on, perfecting. Then he had a backflip neckbreaker slam. I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the move, but that's the best way to describe it. It's this backflip that he used into a neckbreaker slam. Then he was able to get out another neckbreaker from the middle rope. Where it started to fail for him, though, was he tried to do a crossbody, but he was countered by Big Russ. He did one more, he got one more comeback, and he actually did, that Matrix move where Russ was about to clothesline him to heck. He used 3 super kicks trying to get Russ down, but unfortunately, Russ got that clothesline and the delayed slam, similar to what you'd remember from Goldberg. It was crazy. And he got the pinfall. A valiant effort by Ryan Epic for sure. He may not have won this match, but, there'll be another time for him. Then we had our co-main event of the evening. It was for the vacated tag titles. If you remember, Hardcore Harry had to relinquish his titles because he is going for the heavyweight gold. So this is the first ever on a pole match I was able to announce for. I was very happy. This is a big moment for me. It was Southern Comfort, which is International Outlaw Chris Reigns and Kevin Storm, taking on the team of the Dark Hearted Cardinal Jimmy W. and effing brutal Brutus Dylan. Very, very, interesting tag team right there. Brutus Dylan actually showed, a kinder kinder side to him today. And I say that at the beginning. Him and Jimmy W haven't always had the best of been on the best terms, but they were able to try their best to be a tag team. This is just a brutal match from the get-go. Being all four guys in the ring at one time, it's just a melee. They're all trying to get the gold. These were perched 15 feet in the air for sure, these two title belts. Chris and Jimmy actually were almost, respectively, or Chris and Jimmy were in one corner towards the end of the match, and Brutus and Kevin were on the other side. At one point, Blackwell was in the corner, and he was actually helping Chris Reigns get the title. But unfortunately for him, both teams grabbed the title at the same time, and the ref actually called a draw. So Eric King, the owner of PWK, came out and he declared that this would turn into a regular match. Unfortunately, the debris was left all over the place. There was broken chairs. There was a broken table. It was a rough time. They brought in two chairs, and they were trying to slam. Brutus Dylan was about to power slam J.B. Blackwell when Kevin Storm came in, and he accidentally got slammed himself, probably breaking a rib. I'm sure it was a tough thing to see. It was just carnage, pure carnage. Unfortunately, before that happened, Kevin Storm and Chris Reigns were able to snag the titles. Very big upset, I would say, for sure. Brutus and Jimmy have both held tag titles in other organizations for a while, and so this is definitely a new change of pace for sure. This feud is far from over. And then now get to the main event. We had, in a casket match, we had Hardcore Harry taking on the Ascending Angel Lance Storie. This match went all over the pavilion. Tables, chairs, oh my. There was plywood, there was trash cans, garbage, there was even a bag of chips. It was just crazy. There was a staple gun, stapling dollar bills. It was ridiculous, the carnage that ensued in this match. At one point, Hardcore Harry had thrown Lance into the corner, and he had put a chair in between his legs, and then he smashed a ladder into the chair, totally decimating the little Lance Storie. Not too little. Anyway, it was just from corner to corner, bell to bell. It was a crazy match. Tons of false finishes where, we thought the opponent would be, locked inside that casket and thrown in. But it wasn't until Oxbaker Jr. came out and actually gave 2 or 3 hurt punches, his clobbering finishing move to Hardcore Harry, where the match actually ended. When he capitalized on, annihilating him and slammed him into the casket and into the hearse. At the same time, though, Lance Storie brought in his trusty bag of thumbtacks, dumped them all over the ring. In a surprise move, Ox came in, shook his hand, and then just totally knocked Lance unconscious and slammed him with a big power slam into the ground with all those thumbtacks, piercing his body. It was a horrid event for sure. But the title didn't change hands. It's still on Lance's waist, on his arm, what have you. And he will be defending the title next November 2nd at Wrestling for Cure 2 against the Maze Rage Rampage. So you're going to want to be there for that show. The next show will be December 6th, which is Pro Wrestling King taking on RCW for the 2nd annual Pro Wrestling Grand Prix. So I hope you enjoyed my review. I try not to leave out anything. I'm sure I did. Do apologize if I did. What was one of your favorite moments of the show if you attended it? Check out upcoming shows, like I said. November 2nd, you see Lance Storie defend his title against Rampage. And also on December 6th, I'm sure the title will be on the line, but, we're not sure. Could be Rampage, could be Lance. Make sure you're at both shows and you can see. Please share my videos, leave a comment, like it. Check out my other reviews of other shows. If you'd like me to do a review of your show, leave a comment, let me know, shoot me a message. Hope you all have a great night, and see you at the next wrestling show.